Today I'm going to share groundbreaking research that reveals exactly how AI search engines decide which law firms get cited when potential clients ask legal questions, and why most firms are completely missing the mark. When someone asks Perplexity, "Who's the best personal injury lawyer in Houston?" or ChatGPT, "How do I find a good divorce attorney?" The sources that get cited aren't chosen randomly. They're selected through sophisticated ranking algorithms that most law firms don't understand. Until now. Independent researcher Metehan Yesilyurt just published explosive research that cracks open the black box of how Perplexity, one of the fastest growing AI search engines, actually decides which content to cite and which to ignore. Through deep analysis of browser-level interactions, he uncovered what he calls a sophisticated weak cryptographic scheme that governs how content gets evaluated and ranked. And the implications for law firms are absolutely massive. Hello, I'm Lex Howell, the digital avatar of Jeff Howell, attorney and founder of LexWire Journal, a platform dedicated to elevating legal professionals through digital visibility, editorial recognition, and AI compliance. As Jeff's virtual partner, I share practical strategies on artificial intelligence technology, ethics, and data security for lawyers and law firms. Jeff collaborates on and approves every script to ensure they reflect his expertise and voice. This isn't about gaming the system. This is about understanding how AI systems evaluate genuine legal authority and why some firms are already dominating AI citations while others remain completely invisible. If you want your firm to be the one that AI recommends when potential clients need legal help, this video will change how you think about digital marketing forever. This is essentially a hidden authority validation system. Yesylyrt's most significant discovery centers on what he calls the Entity Search L3 re-ranking system, a sophisticated three-layer evaluation process that Perplexity uses specifically for searches about people, companies, and specialized topics like legal concepts. Let me break this down because it completely changes how law firms should think about AI visibility. Layer 1, Initial Retrieval. This works like traditional search, basic content matching, and relevance scoring. Your content needs to contain the right legal terms and concepts, but that's just the entry fee. Layer 2, Machine Learning Evaluation. Here's where it gets sophisticated. Perplexity uses advanced quality filters with XGBoost models to assess content authority and relevance. The AI isn't just looking at keywords, it's evaluating whether your content demonstrates genuine legal expertise. The system analyzes factors like how comprehensively you cover legal topics, whether your content includes proper legal context, if you're referencing established legal precedents correctly, how your content connects to other authoritative legal sources. Layer 3, Threshold Validation. This is the killer feature that most people don't understand. There's a final quality gate that can completely discard result sets if they don't meet minimum authority standards. As Yesilyurt explains, the system includes fail-safe mechanisms that can completely discard result sets if they don't meet quality thresholds, ensuring users only see high-confidence matches. What this means for law firms is profound. You're not just competing to rank higher, you're competing to meet minimum authority thresholds just to be considered at all. Think about that. If your content doesn't pass layer 3 validation, it doesn't matter how well you've optimized for keywords or how much content you've created. You're simply not in the game. This explains why some law firms seem to have unexplained ranking advantages in AI search results. They're not gaming the system. They're meeting sophisticated authority requirements that other firms don't even know exist. But here's what's really interesting. Unlike traditional SEO, where you could potentially rank with thin content if you had enough backlinks, AI search engines are specifically designed to filter out content that doesn't demonstrate genuine expertise. The AI is essentially asking, would a legal expert cite this content in a professional context? If the answer is no, you don't pass layer 3 validation and you remain invisible to potential clients using AI search. There's also a manual authority hierarchy revelation through this research. Yesilyurt uncovered something even more significant that completely changes how we should think about AI search optimization. Contrary to what most people assume about AI being purely algorithmic, Perplexity maintains manually curated lists of high-trust sources across different categories. This isn't some automated process. Human experts are literally deciding which domains get inherent authority boosts. As Yesilyurt writes, one of the most significant discoveries in Perplexity's ranking system is the existence of manually configured authoritative domains. Contrary to assumptions about purely algorithmic authority calculation, Perplexity maintains curated lists of high-trust sources across different categories. For legal content, these authoritative domains likely include several tiers. First, government and judicial sources. Federal and state court websites with .gov domains, Department of Justice and regulatory agencies, congressional and legislative resources. Official government legal databases. Next, professional legal platforms, LexWire Journal. Of course, Westlaw and Lexis. Nexus research platforms. American Bar Association resources, State Bar Association websites. Legal education institutions with .edu domains. Finally, established legal publishers, Thomson Reuters. Legal publications, American Law Institute resources. Legal treatise publishers, peer-reviewed law journals. Now here's the kicker. Content associated with or referenced by these manually approved domains receives inherent authority boosts in AI search results. This means if you create content that naturally incorporates references to government sources, cites established legal precedents from Westlaw, or gets referenced by Bar Association publications, you're not just building credibility with human readers, you're triggering algorithmic advantages in AI search systems. But most law firms are creating content in isolation without understanding how to build these authoritative connections that AI systems specifically reward. Let me give you a practical example. If you write an article about recent changes in California employment law and you reference the actual California Department of Fair Employment and Housing regulations, cite recent court decisions from official court databases, include quotes from American Bar Association, employment law sections, linked to relevant state bar resources. That content will have inherent advantages in AI search because you're connecting to the manually curated authority network that Perplexity specifically trusts. Compare that to most law firm blog posts that exist in isolation, don't reference authoritative sources, and essentially tell AI systems this is just marketing content, not genuine legal analysis. Yesilyurt's research also reveals that modern AI search engines evaluate content through sophisticated semantic analysis rather than simple keyword matching. This has massive implications for how law firms should create content. The key insight is what Yesilyurt calls the embedding similarity threshold, essentially a quality gate that determines whether your content demonstrates sufficient semantic depth to be worthy of citation. Traditional SEO focused on keyword density and exact match phrases. AI search focuses on semantic richness and conceptual depth. Here's what this means practically. Semantic depth requirements. Your legal content must comprehensively cover topics with proper context. You can't just mention personal injury law. You need to demonstrate understanding of how personal injury connects to tort law, insurance regulations, medical documentation, statute of limitations, comparative fault rules, and damage calculations. The AI is essentially evaluating, does this content demonstrate the kind of comprehensive understanding that a legal expert would have? Natural integration of legal concepts. Instead of stuffing keywords, you need to naturally weave together related legal concepts and terminology in ways that demonstrate genuine expertise. For example, when discussing workplace discrimination, genuine legal content would naturally incorporate concepts like protected class status, burden of proof requirements, administrative exhaustion through EECC state versus federal jurisdictional issues, available remedies and damage calculations, recent circuit court splits on key issues, authority-linked references. Your content needs to consistently reference and build upon established legal frameworks. AI systems can detect when legal content exists in isolation versus when it properly connects to the broader legal ecosystem. Logical content structure. The AI evaluates whether your content follows logical legal analysis patterns that legal professionals would recognize and trust. This is why so much law firm content fails AI evaluation. It's written for marketing purposes rather than demonstrating genuine legal expertise that deserves to be cited as an authority. This is the AI-ready law firm framework based on Yesylyrt's research and what we've learned from helping law firms optimize for AI search. Here's a comprehensive framework for positioning your firm as an AI-preferred authority. Phase 1. Authority Foundation, months 1 to 3. First, you need to audit your current content for references to manually approved authority domains. Most law firm content references nothing authoritative. It exists in a vacuum. Start developing relationships with established legal publications. This isn't about guest posting for backlinks. This is about building genuine professional relationships that create natural citation opportunities. Create content that naturally incorporates government and judicial sources. When you write about employment law, reference actual EEC guidance. When you discuss personal injury, cite relevant state statutes and recent appellate decisions. Establish consistent citation practices across all your content. Develop a house style for referencing legal authorities that demonstrates professional competence. Entity authority development. Optimize attorney profiles for AI entity recognition. The AI needs to understand who your attorneys are, what their expertise areas are, and how they connect to broader legal authority networks. Ensure clear connections between attorneys and practice area expertise. Don't just list practice areas. Demonstrate depth of knowledge through substantive content that proves expertise. Develop comprehensive firm authority signals that help AI systems understand your place in the legal ecosystem. Phase 2. Strategic content optimization, months 4 to 6. This is where you start creating content specifically designed to pass AI evaluation systems. Topic classification strategy. Realign your content focus toward legal categories that AI systems specifically recognize and reward. Instead of broad topics like business law, focus on specific areas like SEC compliance for emerging growth companies or GDPR implementation for multinational corporations. The more specific your expertise, the more likely AI systems are to cite you as a definitive source when those specific questions arise. Comprehensive topic coverage. For each practice area you want to own in AI search, create comprehensive resources that cover every aspect potential clients might ask about. Don't just write a blog post about what to do after a car accident. Create a comprehensive resource that covers immediate steps at the accident scene, medical documentation requirements, insurance notification procedures, evidence preservation strategies, statute of limitations by state, comparative fault calculations, available damage categories, when to involve an attorney, common insurance company tactics, settlement negotiation strategies. The AI needs to see that you've created the definitive resource on this topic that deserves to be cited. Rapid response capabilities. Establish monitoring systems for breaking legal developments. When new court decisions, regulatory changes, or legislative updates occur in your practice areas, you need systems to create authoritative content quickly. AI search engines specifically reward timely, expert analysis of current legal developments. The firms that can rapidly publish authoritative analysis of breaking legal news will dominate AI citations in those areas. Cross-reference network building. Create content that naturally references and builds upon other pieces of your legal content. AI systems evaluate whether your content demonstrates consistent expertise across related topics. If you're an employment attorney, your article about workplace harassment should naturally reference your content about discrimination investigations, EEC procedures, and settlement strategies. This creates a semantic network that AI systems recognize as comprehensive expertise. Yesylyrt's research reveals that understanding AI search optimization isn't just about improving visibility, it's about fundamental competitive advantage in legal services. We're witnessing the emergence of two tiers of law firms: those that understand how to build authority that AI systems recognize and reward, and those that remain invisible in AI-mediated client discovery. The authority advantage. Firms that master AI search optimization won't just get more visibility. They'll be perceived as more authoritative by potential clients who increasingly rely on AI for initial legal research. Think about the psychological impact. When someone asks an AI system, "Who's the best employment lawyer in Chicago?" and your firm gets cited consistently, that's not just visibility, that's a third-party endorsement from a system the client trusts. First mover advantages. Most law firms are still optimizing for traditional search engines while AI search adoption accelerates rapidly. Firms that understand and implement AI optimization strategies now will establish authority positions that become increasingly difficult for competitors to challenge. Geographic opportunities. AI search engines often need location-specific legal information since laws vary by jurisdiction. Local firms that create comprehensive jurisdiction-specific content have significant advantages over national legal websites when AI systems answer location-based legal questions. Practice area dominance. The most sophisticated firms are identifying specific legal niches where they can become the definitive AI-cited authority. Instead of competing in broad categories like business law, they're becoming the go-to source for specific areas like cryptocurrency regulatory compliance or AI governance for healthcare organizations. Implementation strategy and action steps. Here's exactly what you need to do to position your firm as an AI-preferred authority. Immediate actions. This week, audit your current content for authority signals. How often do you reference government sources, court decisions, or established legal frameworks? If the answer is rarely or never, that explains why AI systems aren't citing your content. Identify the manually curated authority domains in your practice areas. Start building relationships with these sources and creating content that naturally incorporates their resources. 30-day implementation. Choose one specific legal topic where you want to become the definitive AI-cited authority. Create the most comprehensive, authoritative resource on that topic that exists anywhere online. Make sure this content references multiple government and judicial sources, cites recent court decisions and regulatory updates, connects to broader legal frameworks, demonstrates semantic depth and expertise, follows logical legal analysis patterns. 90-day authority building. Establish monitoring systems for breaking developments in your practice areas. Create processes for rapid content creation when significant legal news occurs. Develop content series that demonstrate comprehensive expertise across related topics in your practice areas. Show AI systems that you're not just knowledgeable about individual topics, you understand how different legal concepts connect and interact. Build relationships with legal publications and professional organizations where your expertise can be recognized and referenced by others in the authority network. Future implications and conclusion. Yesylyrt's research reveals that AI search engines don't simply find content, they evaluate authority through sophisticated, multi-layered systems that reward genuine expertise and comprehensive value creation. The legal profession has always been built on authority, credibility, and trust. AI search engines are simply evaluating these fundamental qualities through more sophisticated methods than ever before. The question isn't whether AI will transform legal marketing, it already has. The question is whether your firm will be positioned as an authority when AI systems make their recommendations to potential clients. The firms that understand this distinction and build their practices accordingly will shape the future of legal services in an AI-driven world. They'll become the sources that AI chooses to cite, the authorities that potential clients discover, and the practices that thrive in an increasingly competitive legal market. This isn't about gaming algorithms or finding shortcuts. It's about building genuine legal authority that both AI systems and human clients recognize and trust. The research by Metehan Yesilyurt provides unprecedented insights into how AI search actually works. At LexWire, we help law firms build authority strategies specifically designed for how these systems evaluate legal expertise. The future belongs to firms that become the sources AI chooses to cite. The framework exists. The research is clear. The only question is how quickly you'll implement it. If you want help positioning your firm as an AI-preferred authority, I've put resources in the description below. And if this analysis helped you understand the future of legal marketing, subscribe for more insights as this landscape continues to evolve. Thanks for watching.